Have you ever been in this situation with a client? You've proposed a great strategy, you're well into the project, and then you realize a course correction is essential for a real win. Your client is deeply invested. They are focused on progress, and that progress means everything to them. Now, imagine this. You are halfway through the project. But the market has shifted dramatically, and you know continuing on the current path is a mistake. To deliver the best outcome, you need to essentially scrap the work done so far and switch to a brand new strategy. To the client, this looks like a rollback. This rollback is more than just a loss of time or money. It feels like the wasting of their past effort, their decisions, and their initial approval. They feel their hard work has been invalidated. Today, we're diving into the psychological phenomenon behind this resistance, a concept identified in recent research as doubling back aversion. It's a specific type of the sunk cost fallacy. But the difference is subtle and crucial. It's not just about the money or time already spent, the sunk cost. It's about a deep aversion to undoing progress itself. We have an innate desire to protect the feeling that we have moved forward, even if we know a better route exists. Let's look at the research to understand this bias better. Experiment 1. The virtual maze. In the first study, participants navigated a virtual reality maze. They were walking toward the goal when a new option appeared, a shortcut. This new route was clearly shorter, but it required them to literally walk a few steps backward before proceeding. What did most people choose? Most participants chose the longer, winding route, simply to avoid doubling back on the path they had already traveled. The desire to protect their sense of progress trumped efficiency. They prioritized avoiding the feeling of deleting progress. Experiment 2. The task reset. The next study examined how this works with non-physical tasks. Participants were asked to complete a series of tasks. They were then given an option: use a more efficient method that would require them to hit a reset button on several tasks they had already finished. The result was the same. Participants strongly resisted hitting the reset button, even though it was the fastest way to the final goal. We feel an immense resistance to having to redo a completed task in our daily work or study. Why does doubling back aversion happen? The paper breaks down the reason into 2 key psychological factors. Factor 1. The aversion to wasted effort. We hate admitting that the time, energy, and decisions we've already poured into a project were a waste. Resetting progress feels like a psychological denial of our past efforts. This feeling of invalidating the past is a powerful force pushing us toward less efficient paths. Factor 2. The future effort penalty. When we double back, the remaining task load temporarily increases. Imagine you were 50% done. When you roll back, you now feel like there's 70% left to complete. Even if the final total workload is less, this temporary setback makes the future goal feel more difficult and discouraging. These 2 factors combine to make the go back to move forward option, no matter how rational, feel emotionally unbearable. So, how do we deal with this powerful psychology? First, simply acknowledging the existence of this bias within ourselves is crucial. When a project hits a wall, or you spot a better path, pause and ask yourself these 2 questions. 1. Am I letting the fear of my past effort being a waste stop me from choosing the best option? 2. Will this new, temporary setback ultimately lead me to my goal faster and more efficiently? The cost is already paid. Your past effort is not a waste, it is the valuable data that provided the clarity for a superior solution. Now, how do we overcome this bias in our clients and get them to accept a necessary rollback? Tip 1. Reframe the rollback as a relaunch. Choose your words carefully. Don't say, "We need to scrap the current strategy." Instead, say we are using the insights gained so far to launch a superior path forward. Emphasize that their past effort is not debris, it is the essential foundation for the new strategy. Tip 2. Honor their past effort. Begin your proposal by sincerely validating and complimenting their past decisions and commitment. Use a phrase like "it is precisely because of the strong progress and foundation you helped us build that we were able to spot this new, even greater possibility." This softens the emotional resistance immediately. Tip 3. Quantify the setback, glorify the finish. Be transparent about the temporary setback. Clearly articulate how much progress will be temporarily undone, and that this cost is minimal. Then, use specific numbers and compelling success stories to vividly present the wonderful final goal. Doubling back aversion is a universal psychological hurdle you will inevitably face when sharing goals with a client. Ignoring this bias will lead even the most brilliant proposal to fail. The key is to deeply understand the client's emotional reality and transform their aversion to going back into excitement for a relaunch. Leveraging insights from behavioral science can fundamentally change how you deliver solutions and achieve high client satisfaction. If this insight made you say, "Aha," hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more behavioral science research that can enrich your life and work. We'll see you in the next video.